Welcome to Social Studies Samurai. In this video, we'll show students and teachers how to turn YouTube videos into interactive activities where you can add voice narration, open-ended and multiple choice questions using Edpuzzle. You can even export the grades. It's pretty simple, so let's get started. Edpuzzle is an online platform that allows you to take videos and turn them into interactive lessons and activities. Now for the free version, you get up to 20 videos of storage, but with a teacher or school or district account, you can get unlimited videos. It is interactive by way of the teacher creating open-ended and or multiple choice questions for each video and allows you to do voice narration. For example, if you want students to stop and think about a question or a prompt before moving on in the video, or if you feel a video needs more context. It is self-paced, so this is great for differentiation, it's great for a flipped classroom environment, and of course, obviously for remote learning. It has integration with platforms like Google Classroom, Canvas, PowerSchool, Moodle, Blackboard, Blackboard, so it is quite versatile. You can have an open video where students use a code to watch, or you can have a gradebook where students have an account and they log in and you can track their responses and assign grades. So let's learn how this works. When I'm logged in, I get a quick snapshot of all of my content, or I can go click on Home and see what history and social studies is happening in my school. I can click on Curriculum, and I can access curriculum by division from Edpuzzle, and I can click on my school, and I can see what videos are happening in my school, and I can look at popular channels that are often used within Edpuzzle. So again, we're in the teacher view, and you can see I've added an open-ended and two multiple choice questions here. And in specific points in the video will stop as students watch, and they will be prompted to respond to the videos. Now I'm just going to slide ahead a little bit here to skip a number of things. And as students watch the video, this is what happens.
And all the issues that fall under these and other categories.
So the students will get this prompt and they must respond to the question. Now I've set this video so that they cannot skip any questions. You may choose to do that. We're in the teacher view, so it allows me to skip. So I'm just going to skip. And we'll just jump ahead so you can see what another kind of question might be like.
Individual freedoms we should have or give up.
Now here you'll notice that this is a note. So the students don't have to answer anything, but I've prompted them in 9 seconds to think about something that's coming up in the video.
As you watch the rest of the video, think about how much freedom you're willing to give up to have.
Now this note, as they call it in Edpuzzle, you build it directly within the app, so it's pretty cool. Remember, I've set this so students cannot skip, but I'm going to skip because I'm still kind of checking my work. Now, this video I cannot edit because I've already assigned it to a class, but I can assign it to a 3rd or 4th or 5th class if I want. I can duplicate the video and then edit it and make it a little different, and I can click delete if I want. And the nice thing is, you see here, I can change the view to public or to private. So before we get into the gradebook, let's look at how we can build these interactive assignments or activities. Go to the Content tab. I will point out that if you click the little checkbox on one of your videos already created, you can move it into folders, you can assign it to different classes, or you can even duplicate it, or you can delete it. So we'll take that out. But what normally you'll do is click on the blue button, Add Content in the top right. Now you can upload your own video, you can upload a project a student has made, or you can create a video. This is also where you can create folders for different classes and videos. So I'm going to click Create a Video. Now in Create a Video, if you want, you can actually filter by subject and you can have a look at different videos that might be linked to Edpuzzle. So for example, you could go to History Social Studies And I'll see some other things that happen to be trending right now. What you'll probably do normally is go to the search box in the top and you're going to search for content. Now you can type in a topic or a name, or if you have the YouTube video, you can simply paste the link to the video and click search. So first I'm going to skip through what I think they may not need in the video, and I'm going to start right here. And what I'm going to do is create a voiceover. And I'm going to ask students to pause and think about why we evaluate sources. So I tap on voiceover, and you notice here that it says, oh no, voiceover is blocked and that kind of thing. Do not fear. Go over to questions, and then you'll see here where it says note, then you can add your voiceover. If I click right here on the audio, the microphone, then that means I can record my voice. Or if I want, I can create a note right here with text. Before you go any further in the video, make a short list of ideas of why it's important to evaluate sources. Okay, and now I can listen to it, and if I don't like it, I can hit the trash can and do it again. Before you go any further in the video, so if I think that's good, then I'm going to click Save. So now I'm going to move to the exact parts of the video that I want students to answer questions to. So they've just looked at a bunch of stuff. So now I think right there I'm going to add a multiple choice question. So then I would type my question, and I would choose my response, let's say response A, response B, and then I could have only two if I want, or I can add another one. And you can keep going on and add more. And let's say response B is my correct one, then I'm going to click the check mark right there. I could have possibly two correct responses. I'll just leave it at one for now. And then I can click Save. And I can move on to the next part of my video. And maybe now I want an open-ended question. My open-ended question. And if I want, I could add feedback. And then you type it here. Maybe, did you elaborate on your response? And I click Save. And, oh, I want to go in and kind of fix this. I've made a mistake. I can click my Edit button. I'll put my hyphen in there, click Save. And so when I'm finished, now I always put a question at the end because I want students to watch right to the end. But when I'm finished, all I have to do is click Finish. And now I can listen and decide, do I want to edit, or if I'm ready to assign it to a class. If I'm ready to assign it to a class, I just click Assign. And now I'm prompted to whichever class I want to assign it to. You know, maybe it's two classes. Maybe I want to add a due date. Maybe I want them to have a start date from like next week. I want to turn on my closed captioning. This video has a lot of text. Maybe I won't do that. And if I want, I can choose public links. And here I can just copy the link, or I can embed it to maybe a website or an LMS that I have. And you just have to copy these. And I'll go back to Assign Class. And if I've chosen a class to assign it to, I can assign it manually to specific students or to all of my students. And then I click Assign. Now when I click Assign, now all of my students will see that they have a new assignment. This isn't a real assignment, so I'm going to click Delete Assignment. Now, if I want to add a new class, I just have to click Add New Class. And I can go straight to Google Classroom, or I can just click Create a New Class. Also here, under Class Options, I can click that, and then I can make some changes to the class that I have highlighted. I can generate a code for students to join the class by code. And then I just share that blue code with my students. And this is where I can also delete the entire class. Now, another way to invite students is to click on the Class Members tab, then click Invite Students, and simply get them to enter this code when they go to Edpuzzle and click on I'm a Student. You can also click Share via email, or you can copy the link and then email it to your students another way. So when you click on Gradebook, you will see alphabetically your first class appears. You can click on the down arrow to access the other classes. You will see all the videos for that class, and you will get the total score out of 100 for those videos. And note you can see the total watch time for those videos per student. You will see a list of students in that class. I've covered this up for the sake of privacy. And of course, you will see when you started using Edpuzzle and the date that you're logging in today. So you can go into each video and check the responses by student and assign grades. So student names will appear here on the left. I'm respecting privacy as I do this. You can get a bird's eye view of what percentage of a video each student has watched. Your grades that you assign will appear here. You can see that I have 12 answers that I must grade. Note here that I've clicked to prevent skipping, so students must respond to a question before moving on, and I've turned on closed captioning just so students can get the text of the audio. Now this is one place where you can share your assignment, so if you were to click on that, you can get a link to copy and email your students, or you can get an embed code to embed on a website, which is kind of nice. Tap out when you're done with that. If you want, you could do a live lesson, which I failed to mention in the introduction. And then you can reset student progress so that students can go on and do it again. But all your answers will be erased. I'm going to tap out of that. In this place as well, you can delete the assignment when you're finished with it. Now, another nice thing of the Gradebook is for a specific video and a specific student, I can click and see the analytics for that student's engagement for that video. Let's see what it looks like. So you can see for this specific video and this specific student, their name will appear at the top. I've covered it for privacy reasons. They have watched the entire video, and you can see they only watched each section one time, so this student didn't feel they needed more time. It took them 6 minutes for what was about a 3.5 to 4 minute video, and the one multiple choice question they responded to and got it correct, I have to go back and correct the open-ended questions that I've asked. And I would do that in the Gradebook by looking at their responses. And once I've graded the students' work, their grade will appear here, and that will also appear in that first list we looked at with all student responses and grades to the videos. And as you scroll down to each student's response, you can either click X or check that it's right or wrong, or put in a number out of 100, and you can add a comment. And I can simply click here to go on to the next student. When a student has not answered any or all questions, you'll notice that it says not answered yet underneath the student's name, and you will not be able to assign a grade. You can do that later in your gradebook, but let's hope they all respond to the questions. So when I come back to my gradebook, I can see my student names on the left, their total score out of all the videos, and their score for each video, giving me a snapshot of how students are doing. So if you tap on My Classes, you can see when there's been an assignment done and all grades are completed and everything's turned in. And here you can see as well if some things have not been turned in, if work has not been done. So you can tap on that and find out who has not done their work. And so I can see at the top here, not alphabetically, my students that have not done work, they pop up. One student did actually have a look on September 24th, but another student has never even opened the assignment. If I tap here on the ellipse, then what I can do is unassign that work to the student, or I can reset their progress and have them start again. So that is Edpuzzle. Now there is a Chrome extension that you can use to make copying and editing videos from YouTube easier, but we'll tell you about that in another video. Enjoy! Thank you for watching the video. If you are a student or a teacher of subjects like history, geography, politics, and economics, you can find more resources on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and on the web at socialstudiessamurai.com. I hope to see you again.